Oh, you need to smoke. Hey everybody, welcome to Baked and Buzz, where it's 4:20 and happy hour all the time. Now, if you've been around here for a minute, you are probably wondering what the hell is this I am doing and why are you doing it? So usually you would catch me and my friends talking about movies, playing horror games, or you've probably gone as far as to go check out our drunken movie riffing podcast, which is Thoughts and Shots. Now, we're adding this new content to kind of try and do something a little bit different and combine something that I really love doing. I love making drinks, I love cooking for people, and I also love making the best and worst food that I can find from the internet. So that's what this is essentially going to be. It's going to be your drunken chaos that you expect from Thoughts and Shots, the podcast, just in video form and with me holding sharp, pointy objects and making things for me to consume and, you know, to make Shelby try funny things too. So this is going to be something new and exciting for us, and for this debut that we're going to be going ahead and doing for it, we got a doozy for you. So me and Shelby were at one of the Goodwills near our place, and we were just perusing around that day, and Shelby spotted something, and as soon as I saw it and opened the pages, I was like, I have to get this, and this was going to be the first thing that we make. So we found this GE microwave oven cookbook from the 1970s. Yes, you heard me correctly, microwave cookbook. Let me tell you, with the 70s, you're already going to get a lot of culinary atrocities as is, and I found some potential abominations that I'll be making for you guys today. So the first one we have is the hot dog hamburger, where we have lovingly nicknamed it the Durger, and then we also have the Easy Mix fruit flavored cake. So buckle up for this one. It's going to be a wild one. If you want to figure out what we're going to be making when, you can catch the time codes over here on the side. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can be up to date with all the stuff we are doing and never miss an episode of Baked and Buzz. So before we get to all that though, I gotta go have a smoke break, and we're gonna make a little cocktail for you to have along with your meal, which is the SUNBREW Margarita. Stay tuned, and I'll be right back. Alright, now that we have that handled. So the first thing I'm going to be showing you guys how to make here is something that kind of came to my mind just on a whim, called the SUNBREW Margarita. Shelby discovered these Corona SUNBREWs at our little mega liquor store in our area, and she's been having these quite a bit, so I was just like, you know what, we're going to figure out a way to make them into margaritas, and we can finally break in our fancy little margarita glasses we got from the Walmart. So, first thing you will need will be some for our margarita mix. We got some Jose Cuervo Tropical Paradise Margarita. Let's get this bad boy in here. Oh yeah. Gonna get that filled up just about to the halfway mark. Yep. Now let me get that second one going. I'm excited for this one just because this kind of seems like a really good fitting one for summer, and you know, who could say no to a good margarita? Alright, now let's get the second part in here, which is our SUNBREW. Oh yeah, listen to that pop. Yeah, come on, you mother yuck. Ah, there we go. Get that on in there. Look at her go. Oh yeah, that looks pleasant on the visuals. So, yeah. I have a feeling this is going to be a really good like summertime margarita. This is the shit that you'd be sipping on your front porch if you have one. Balcony if you're in an apartment. Or whatever the fuck you have. Even if you're just drinking in a garage, do what you gotta do. Well, see? Easy, simple. And now there's cocktails. Shelby! Come get your Rita. hold. When we come back, we'll be making the Durger. Get ready for this. Alright everybody, so we're on to our first bit that we're going to be making here, which is the hot dog hamburger, aka the Durger. So how this one kind of came to be was we were looking through the recipe book, and I was trying to figure out what I could go ahead and do to make within my budgetary ranges, because there is some stuff in here that is extravagant, takes many ingredients, but we ain't got time nor the focus for that. So we found this hot dog hamburger, and then Shelby just kind of looks at me and is just like, Durger, and I just absolutely lost it after that. So first thing you're gonna need is 2 hot dogs, which we're gonna go ahead and cut these bad boys into some strips. I think I'm gonna cut them in half and then do strips. Has anyone else been catching up on Love on the Spectrum? You know, especially with everything going on now, I feel like it's very important to be catching up on stuff like that. Get the ball out of here. And, you know, putting the highlight that, you know, people with autism, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Obviously, some people have an easier time doing it because they have a spectrum of things. It is always a spectrum. Probably why it's called Love on the Spectrum. But I was rewatching we were watching season 2, and it's funny because I remember when Shelby first told me about the show, I was kind of just like, I don't know if that's gonna be my cup of tea. Then, you know, catch me 2 seasons later, like sitting there cheering, watching these people finally fall in love, and, you know, in some cases fall out of love. Alright, we got them bad boys chopped up into strips. Take me a little sippy sip. Ooh, that's nice. That tropical and that mango, the Corona mix really well together. Oh yeah, and you're gonna probably notice if I swear at any point during this, it's gonna be censored because that's what we have to do for YouTube. If you want to go see the uncensored you're gonna have to go to the Patreon, which is patreon.com/thoughtsandsshotspod, and that's where you're gonna get to see all the uncensored episodes. I'm eventually gonna probably be doing the ones where I'm gonna be posting the videos of me gardening on there, and just other exclusive content. You can get access to the content for as low as $5 a month, which I definitely recommend you go check out, because it's gonna be where all the swears are, and it's gonna
blow. For the drinks.
The drink is behind. I want to see what Shelby ended up thinking of this. Tropically.
Yeah. I'm gonna drink this off camera.
Yeah, I know you are. Alright. Now I've done that and wiped my nose because I had an itch, we're gonna go ahead and get the next part going after I wash my hands. Even when you're being a chaotic shithead, you still gotta be clean. Alright. So now, get these digger dogs out of my way. I said dig. Don't try and get me canceled on the first video, y'all. Alright. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna chop us up. Got me some 90-10 beef here. And we get to make this great visual of just, oh yeah, the frickin' 2 lumps of meat. Oh, get it out, get it out. No scraps left behind. There we go. Come on a little bit, get out of there. Perfect. Alright, now let me get these squished around and messed around with my hands. Alright, time to contaminate some spices. So what we'll be going ahead and doing is, I believe that the way that a recipe works is they give you the basic guidelines to follow, and then you can just freeform whatever the fuck you want after that. So what I'm going to do with my meat here is, now that I've thoroughly grilled it, I'm going to get that some salt. Oh boy. Man, those introductory gardening sessions are definitely a little heavy on the pepper. That's okay. Let's This isn't in the recipe, but I'm telling y'all, if you can find it, get some Kinder's buttery steak and chop seasoning and put this shit on anything you can think of. It makes shit so goddamn good. We gotta make it liberal. There we go. Listen. Alright, now that we got that going here, let's get this combined all together. Oh, what the else have we been watching? We got into the series finale of Handmaid's Tale 2. I'm not going to give you a single spoiler on that, because I know the second I do that, it's going to be the second that the internet is going to rip me a new one, especially if they haven't seen it or started watching it yet. But let me tell you, I like how the story's going. I like how the story's going a lot. Dude's doing some wild shit, fucking Luke's doing some wild shit, and so is Moira. If you haven't started watching it, I definitely recommend doing what I did and catching back up with the entire thing before you start the new season. Or, if you really don't give a just start the last season and just go with it. Just go with it. That's what we just like to do around here. Alright, I think like we got this meat combined well enough here. Get this paper plate because we ain't gonna go ahead and dirty a plate for something that we're gonna immediately throw away. Alright, let's get it. So it says we're supposed to make 4 really thin patties. So I'm gonna try and break this up here. Let's see what we can do. Get that into a little ball and then smash. Right. Good. Yeah, you gotta love sitting here and being able to just sit there and play with your meat. Take that as you will. I know you're already gonna do it regardless. Alright. Got our first Durger here. Ooh, assembled. Ooh, got the burps already. That's great. And let's start. I can't believe this. Then we start putting the hot dog strips in the middle of the burger. Don't gotta worry about cross-contamination on this one because it's raw meat touching other uncooked meat. Alright, let's get the next burger done here. What else was there? Oh yeah, we also started on the last season of You too. A lot of good f***ing shows are doing their last seasons, even though we've already been told, obviously, you know, there's some cases where we won't have to be without them for very long. Oh man, that looks like something, I'll tell you what. Oh man. Alright, squeeze these together so that they don't get any holes there. Alright, do we have our burgers built? Oh man, this is something. This is really something. Alright. Now, we got our first one built, and now comes the part where I time lapse till I get the other 3 done. Voila, we have ourselves 4 Durgers. Oh man, this is... And I'm about to make them in a microwave. Oh, there are so many things wrong with what I just said, and we're just gonna go ahead and deal with this. So yeah, apparently they say that these just only need to go in there for 8 minutes. And hold on to your hats, let's see how this turns out. Oh, good luck. We'll do 8 minutes because I just feel like we're going to have to. See you in 8 minutes. Oh my god. Look at these things. Oh, and we got the fat doing its thing down here. Oh, those things are swimming. Is this thing actually gonna be fully cooked in 8 minutes? We will see. Alright, now that we got our Durgers in the microwave, I think I've earned myself a little bit of a sip. Now I can kind of show you what we're going to be building these things into. I got some good old Kaiser rolls that are going to be our hamburger buns. I'm going to be buttering those here after our Durgers are done. At least I know they're done. But first we got to make our little burger sauce that we're going to be putting on top of our Durgers. It's not exact measurements of things, but you know, we just don't fuck around with those anyway. So we're just going to do it till our hearts feel good. It's like Uncle Roger says, you gotta go ahead and just cook with your heart. Because recipes are only gonna get you to the baseline. You know what you want, you know what you like, you know how much of things that you want. Just do what makes you happy and the rest. Come on, mustard. DJ Mustard on the track. Bam! Alright, stir that up. Oh, look at that, going like a nice orangey color. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good on some burgers. Perfect. And now we have our burger sauce here. I'm gonna give a little bit more mixy so we can still see some mustard. And yeah. Looks like we're gonna be a couple minutes away from some Durgers. Alright y'all, so these things are out of, or ready to come out of the microwave. Let's see after, so I had to end up doing it for 10 minutes. Let's see if these bad boys are actually cooked. Oh, the level of terrified I am for this one. Get these guys out. Let's go for one that we think is fully cooked. Cutting board. This. Oh my god. Okay, so obviously this is what I'm just gonna do to show you the cross section, but look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. Well, it's cooked, so that's good to know. So, oh my god, that looks insane. Okay, so once the buttered Kaiser rolls get out of the oven, we'll go ahead and assemble these bad boys. Oh boy. Alright, now that these bad boys are out the oven, let's assemble them. And of course, you have to have some classic mac and cheese on there. I'm not gonna do a Durger without cheese. Oh, every time I say Durger, I die a little inside. Alright, let's get these bad boys assembled. We're not doing any extra toppings because it just wasn't in the budget this time. But that's okay. Alright, let's get a spoonful of our sauce on that. Oh, that's gonna be a drippy boy. That guy. Top her off. Oh, this is hilariously bad. Alright, now let's get this guy here. good old dollop of our sauce. Oh, mama. And got our second slice of cheese on here. And voila! 2 Durgers on a Kaiser roll. Oh man. Well, we put ourselves through it. Now there's only one last thing to do, and that's to do a taste test. Jelly! Lunch is served.
I'm scared.
I would be. Yeah, that's like.
I heard you refer to it as a wet boy, and that gave me the ick.
Well, got yours. Shall we? Thank you. Thank you. Get the burger.
This tastes like dry hamburger. I didn't even get any hot dog.
I have to take a deeper bite down into it.
This bun is too big for
Yeah.
a burger.
They wanted them thin, but they did not stay thin.
Hot. It tastes like a microwave hot dog, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the napkins?
Oops.
Oh my god.
So, we're gonna clean this up, and then we're gonna come back with a cake. BRB. Oh, and time for another smoke break. Alright, 7 minutes have passed. Let's see how this came out. Probably gonna need this. It actually looks like a cake. Holy sh**. That does not look bad. I gotta do a testing here to see if it's done. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a quick little. That came out clean, pretty much. Holy sh**. Wow, okay. So me, I guess. We found out that microwave cake works. I guess we're just gonna wait for this thing to cool, and then we got some frosting, and then we got a taste test. See you in a couple minutes. Holy sh**. Alright, this thing is now cooled down. So I think it's time we get ourselves frosted and we get us some slices going here. Alright, let's put a nice little globule of that. Okay, that's gonna be very gentle. Got a nice buttercream frosting for this one. Gentle and slow. See, I've learned from my mistakes of the last time, because the fun fact, this isn't the first test shoot we did of this show. We did one where I made a s'mores cake for our good friend Kathy, and we ended up, it just was a lot of it where I was still trying to figure out a lot of things, and I think I definitely kind of oversold myself on what I was able to do for my first episode, because that was a difficult ass cake, if I'm being 100% honest with y'all. There was so much more stuff to it that just ended up having me just kind of freaking out and not having a good time doing it. I mean, the thing came out delicious. It didn't come out the way it was supposed to, but you know, it did what it needed to do. And but we decided to kind of go ahead and wait until we could get more efficient technology, like my little lav mic here, and got a little bit more comfortable with cooking on camera. Even though I'll still admit I'm still learning a lot of it, and kind of as I go. But you know what? That's fun, because it just makes a new thing to learn, and then once I do it, it's just going to keep getting better. I guess for full transparency, you're probably wondering why we didn't get the full making of the cake on the video. And that's because I got through with cracking the eggs, and the camera decided to say I gave up. But at least you can see the end result and see what we went ahead and did. And I think we are good on that one. So it's time to guess. I'm gonna have to wait until this is done because I have fish thawing in the sink for dinner. Okay. Let's cut into these bad boys. Alright, let's just get a nice little slicey slice of this. Okay. This actually will come out as one. Haha! Hell yeah! Okay, gotta get Shelby a slicey slice too. Holy shit, we f***ing did it! Look at that, y'all! Yeah, let's let that little rocks in the section there. Man, that buttercream makes it look real good. Like, that is legitimately like a microwave cake. I'm gonna be honest, I'm stunned. I didn't have like absolute like disfaith or like no faith that it was gonna work, but I was definitely kind of a skeptic. But I'll be damned. Looks like we got ourselves a cake. John, are you in a match? Okay. Well, once she's back with her, done with her match, let's taste test this thing. And let's see how I done did. That looks pretty good. That's not bad.
Tastes like a cake.
The peach don't come through at all. But it's not bad. It's good.
You can use different flavors.
Like
Like chocolate cake or something.
Very good. But I'll be damned. That's pretty damn good.
For a microwave cake, yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice and airy.
So, I mean, we got one success and one nah. So, thanks for joining us on this week's Buzzed and Baked. If you got any ideas for future episodes, be sure to leave them in the comments. And I mean, for the wrap up of this episode, I mean, keep this dry. I mean, the Durger is
No, for
an
the wrap
atrocity.
of this episode. Oh, come on. Devin's gonna lick the spoon.
Oh.
Bye.
Yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one of Buzzed and Baked, where it's always 420 and happy hour. Cheers. God damn it.